Someone says one sentence, short, maybe in front of other people, and something inside you ignites. Your chest tightens, your jaw locks. You already have the perfect reply. Sharp, precise. A part of you is proud of it, and you say it. Or maybe you stay quiet, but you replay that moment over and over for the rest of the night. And somehow, you end up hating yourself either way. You already lost. Not because they were stronger, not because they were right, but because one sentence was enough to take your remote, and you handed it over yourself. You think you're hot-headed, too sensitive, or just someone who refuses to tolerate disrespect. You are not. You are programmable. Anyone who knows which button to press can control you from across the room. For free. Anytime they want. Stay with me, and I'll show you the half second between the hit and your reaction. It's the only place in your entire life where you're actually free. And almost everything you've ever heard about that moment. Just breathe. Count to 10. None of it works. I'll show you why. And why this was never your fault to begin with. Let's start with the part almost everyone gets wrong. People think their problem is anger, or impulsiveness, or being too emotional. It isn't. The problem started long before that moment, long before this conversation, long before this person. Your reaction isn't something you consciously choose. It's a program, one that was written long before you knew you were carrying it. Parents, school, humiliation, praise, old wounds. Little by little, your brain learned which words meant danger, which tone meant rejection, which look meant you're not enough. You didn't choose those buttons, you inherited them, and that's the part almost nobody realizes. The people who installed them are gone, but the buttons are still there, and every time someone presses one, the program runs exactly as it was written. Well, think about it. How many people are carrying your remote right now? 1? 3? 10? The coworker who can ruin your day with one sarcastic comment? The family member who only needs one look? The stranger online who somehow gets under your skin? Different people, same remote. The only thing that changes is the finger pressing the button. Epictetus saw this almost 2,000 years ago. People are disturbed, he wrote, not by events, but by the judgments they make about them. One sentence is only sound. If you never gave it meaning, it would have ended the moment it was spoken. Right there. But you don't let it end. You finish the story yourself. They don't respect me. They think I'm weak. You write the ending before reality ever gets a chance. The sentence didn't hurt you. The story did. And from that moment on, you're no longer reacting to what actually happened. You're reacting to the movie your own mind just created. Now let's slow time down. Because everything is decided here. Not 5 minutes later, not after the argument, not after you calm down. Here, in the first half second. Let's break it apart, frame by frame. Frame 1. They say the words. Nothing has happened yet. They're just sounds. Air, pressure, vibration. That's all. Frame 2. Your body reacts before your mind does. Your chest tightens. Your stomach drops. You haven't thought a single thing yet. The alarm went off before you even registered the words. Only then does your mind catch up, and it starts searching. Not for the truth, for memory. It's pulling old files. Old arguments, old shame, old fear. Frame 3. The story appears, instantly. They're disrespecting me. They're trying to embarrass me. I have to answer. And here's the part almost everyone misses. None of that has actually happened. Not yet. Your mind filled in the blanks before reality could. Half a second. And everything is already moving. This is where the reaction begins. Not in your mouth, not in your hands, in the story. That's why trying to control yourself later almost never works. By then, the movie is already playing. You're no longer choosing, you're following the script. People think self-control starts with silence. It doesn't. It starts one step earlier, before the first sentence, before the first defense, before the first expression crosses your face. It starts when you refuse to let the spark finish writing the story. You're not putting out a fire. You're stopping the spark from becoming one. That's the difference, and it's everything. This is where most people misunderstand Stoicism. They hear, "Don't react," and they picture someone with a blank face, no emotion, no expression, like nothing gets to them. That is not control. That is suppression, and the two couldn't be more different. Imagine two people hearing the exact same insult. The first one stays quiet, but inside they're boiling. They replay the moment for hours. They imagine better comebacks. They argue with someone who isn't even there anymore. From the outside, they look calm. Inside, the argument never ended. The second person also says nothing, but something is different. The story never starts. The words arrive, and then they stop. No movie, no courtroom, no imaginary debate on the drive home. The sentence lands and disappears. That's control. Not because they forced themselves to stay silent, because there was nothing left to fight. Here's the test. Think about the last 24 hours, the last comment that got under your skin, the text you couldn't stop thinking about, the conversation you replayed long after it was over. That moment is still living inside your head. The other person has probably moved on. They've made dinner, watched a movie, gone to bed, and you're still carrying the conversation for both of you. That's what reaction does. It doesn't trap them, it traps you. Marcus Aurelius left himself one simple reminder: choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. People often misunderstand that. He wasn't saying nothing painful will ever happen. He was saying pain is not the same thing as surrendering your remote. There's always a moment before the story begins. If you protect that moment, you protect everything that comes after. So what do you actually do the next time someone presses the button? Not tomorrow, not after months of meditation, the very next time. You don't fight the reaction. You don't force yourself to stay calm. You don't pretend nothing happened. You look for one thing: the story. The moment you catch yourself saying, "They're disrespecting me, they're trying to control me, I have to answer," stop. Not the emotion, the story. Because the emotion is already there. The story is still being written. And that means you still have a choice. Try something. Just once. The next time someone gets under your skin, don't ask, "How should I respond?" Ask, "What story am I writing right now?" One question, that's all. If the story disappears, the reaction has nowhere to live. And if the reaction has nowhere to live, the button stops working. Think back to the beginning of this video. I told you someone could control you from across the room. With one sentence, one look, one button. That wasn't the real problem. The real problem was never their finger. It was the remote you kept handing them, over and over again, until it felt normal. One day, someone will say the exact same thing that used to ruin your entire day, and you'll wait for the anger, for the urge to fire back, for the argument to begin. And nothing happens. Not because you became cold, not because you stopped caring, because for the first time, the button doesn't reach anything. It's dead. The remote is finally back in your hands, and that's the moment your freedom actually begins. If this video made you recognize even one button someone has been pressing for years, leave a like. For yourself. As a reminder that next time, before you react, you'll look for the story first. And if you want to learn how to become the kind of person other people can't manipulate, subscribe. Because the next video builds on this one. Not with another trick, with the next piece of the same puzzle.